So we don't have our random hot chick to say the awkward hello. But this week on Two Fat Guys Discuss Present Tangent, the podcast thing, we have returning Mr. Cranker. Will be Spider-Man one day. We have Carl, which one day we won't have to put the box behind the table so we can actually see over it.
Oh, funny.
And then the long-awaited return, drumroll please, of Mr. Danny! And then me, the original fat guy.
No. The original fat guy.
The original fat guy. I call myself the original fat guy because I've been on every episode.
OF.
I'm like Gus from fucking Rooster Teeth. I'm on everything, motherfucker. So, welcome back, Mr. Danny.
Yes.
Thank you.
How you been?
You know, pretty shitty. That's what happens when you work 60-hour work weeks.
It happens. It happens. All right.
But the stars aligned, and here I am yet again.
You're back. You're back, sir. All right. So, we don't have a lot of news this week, but we do have a little bit. We'll talk about. Like for one, last I heard, Minecraft for the PS4 was done, but PlayStation said it wasn't done, so they had to send it back.
They still don't have Minecraft?
Last I heard, no. They were supposed to release on the 19th, and it went to Sony for final approval, and Sony said, oh, there's something wrong with it, and sent it fucking back to Mojang. And
you've had Minecraft for how fucking long now?
Xbox One, still no release date, like at all. Like, it's coming. It's coming. It'll be there eventually. We just don't know when. And you would think they would have worked on that. Like, they were working on the 360 fucking version, but...
It's full Minecraft, right?
Oh, no.
Or is it still like the Xbox version?
It's the Xbox 360 version, but just bigger. The worlds are supposed to be twice as big. You're supposed to have twice as many people per world and shit like that. Not the full Minecraft PC Master Race Edition, but the ultimate version of what the 360 can be, basically.
Dirt Puker has to return.
Dirt Puker, yeah, this has one. Were you there for that? Yeah. Billy, remember the apartment building Billy had? The huge fucking tower in the middle of the lake, and like, I had a floor, you had a floor.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
We went on
Remember the Dirt Puker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this asshole. He was the Dirt Puker. We're playing Minecraft.
Isn't that the level that like spawned all the monsters when we got
inside? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a genius idea. That was a fun project though.
I couldn't get into Minecraft. I can't.
Well, you didn't play with Legos enough as a kid, that's why.
Oh no, I love Legos. I just can't do Minecraft.
That's something
have you tried playing Minecraft with other people?
No.
See, that's your problem right there.
Oh, okay.
I can't do solo Minecraft either.
No, I got bored.
My brain is just...
I just got bored.
I understand.
Apparently, I gotta play with other people to get into it. I guess I'll try it.
It's very much, if you can't get into it solo, 90% of people get into it through the friends.
Yeah.
Other news.
So Cranker, you have something.
Yeah, apparently there's been, like I said, someone liked our video on fucking thing. It was another podcast, so... Lone Shark? Yeah, Lone Shark or something like that.
Lone Shark Productions. So
that sounds familiar from somewhere.
They just launched their podcast, and our podcast is nothing fancy.
Well, at least their #1 video looked like it's recent, so.
Yeah. So this is a direct challenge to them. I don't know what we're gonna challenge them to. I don't know.
Eat a dozen bananas in your next video.
They don't do video podcasts though.
Well,
they do audio podcasts.
Okay. That doesn't really help then.
They said that there wasn't a video for that one.
But there'll be futures?
I don't know, maybe.
Alright, eat a dozen bananas in your next video.
Just shove them down as you're going.
While shooting it, they have
just fucking
no cheap
bananas,
debating.
man.
No cheap debating, yes.
You gotta start small. We'll build this up.
Alright.
I actually have some news too.
What's that?
Smite's coming to the Xbox One. That MOBA that I
that
used to
one
play all the
Yep.
time. The one that I said is perfect for consoles. Yeah, it's coming to console.
Nice.
And I don't know if they're doing I don't think they're doing a cross-platform thing, so you can play with people on the PC. I haven't actually looked into it.
So it might be something like World of Tanks, like it exists on the PC, but the PC people play against PC people, and 60 people play through 60.
Yeah, but honestly, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's the perfect MOBA to actually come to consoles.
Nice. So, Any other news?
That's all I got from recent memory.
So we'll just bullshit. It is TaNgEnT, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned it, World of Tanks. It's funny because like fucking almost everyone I knew downloaded the beta of World of Tanks, and it never fucking worked.
It works fine now, though, dude. Oh, it's a dream. Because we talked about it before.
You're in love with that game.
I love this. I haven't played it recently just because I'm at the grind point. And like I'll play like
You don't
the
want to
first.
play monies?
Oh, I'm so not paying monies for my tanks. I'm so not paying. I earned all my tanks in PC. I'll do it on 360. It'll just take me a little longer because you get some. There's some fucking talented motherfuckers on 60. I've seen artillery quickscope.
Really?
We forgot our
Artillery
disclaimer
quickscope.
that we need to start doing.
Oh yeah, disclaimer.
We forgot that.
So
Never mind,
it's a
fucking
little late.
fuck.
It's a little late, but yes. Disclaimer. I'm just gonna start putting this at the beginning because I'm tired of hearing YouTube comments about it. So yeah, this podcast contains foul language, stupidity, stoner moments,
In Fat Man.
fat men,
Adult conversation.
Warning,
content.
Use of nicotine.
There ain't no-
smoking. Yes. There's
And
smoking.
Spider-Man.
Warning. Fat Man, Spider-Man, been foul language.
You
bad.
guys just took it to rated R back to like PG-13 there.
And then back to R.
But anyway, so
If you take off your shirt, we can get to MA.
You get it.
So, speaking of like, it's kind of news. You know, it's gonna be something I know that's gonna tickle your fancy. Ready for some Jimmy Rollin? All right, so Notch and Oculus Rift finally are talking again. Minecraft might release.
Minecraft Oculus Rift.
Yes.
That would be mind-bending.
Just don't do acid.
You just see some guy in his fucking apartment just like, water.
Could you imagine someone be on top of like a mountain or like or even a crevice and looking down and you just push them over?
Dude, yeah, so, yeah, and now Rooster Teeth has a Rift now too, apparently.
As a what?
Has an Oculus Rift now, they're going to start using them for Let's Plays and stuff like that. I'd be interested.
I think that it could go somewhere if it actually, because they just got hit with like some serious.
Everyone wants to sue them, yes. Everyone
They're
will.
getting hit with some like real serious fucking copyright laws and shit.
It's just,
And
I'd
patent laws and everything, and
say
like this is the one thing that if I had a patent that involved, I would be like, dude, just get me involved. Like,
yeah, just give me,
Yeah.
give me
cut
some
me
of
off.
that money.
Just cut me off a piece, dude. Just
Give me some of that money.
let this happen and you'll make your money back.
Because you know what, $400, especially only for $300-400, every single person who plays games is gonna buy one of those.
Yeah, it's one. It'll become one of those quintessential gaming accessories.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy because I found a custom controller website, and I found out and I put in an order and it had a form like, you know, what kind of controller you want. And apparently I'm a lonely motherfucker in the world.
I've heard about these these custom controllers before.
I'm the only motherfucker apparently in the world that wants them to bring back the original, wants a custom controller that's the original Duke controller for the 360. The big boy that the Xbox originally shipped it with, that fucking super controller. Oh
Yeah.
I want that.
The Hawk controller.
Yes, just I used to beat people's ass with that.
You got fat fingers, man. Of course you want the bigger controller.
Well, no, but
You need that reach.
it's not even so. It's weird though because okay, so I want the fat controller for the 360. I adore the Microcon,
The Mad Catz
Mad
one.
Catz micro controller for GameCube.
That was a great controller though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
yeah.
fantastic.
I
controller.
used that for the original Xbox, the little tiny ones. So when it went to 360, it threw me off. Now the one's
Yeah.
throwing me off because there's no battery pack to clean your fingers again.
See, I can't do that, man. Like I have a wired controller,
Yeah.
and that kills me too because I'm so used to using that.
Your fingers touch each other and you freak out like ah.
Like, what are those things down there?
Oh.
It's like you're used to big chicks, you go to a small one, you're like, what? What the?
What is this?
Why are my fingers touching?
Hopefully this video will be of a timely manner. We are a week behind element, and that's my department, and I've always sucked at it. I've always sucked at it.
We've had episodes 3 weeks behind before, so being a week behind isn't too bad.
So hopefully it's that, but I'll date this one. I'll date this one just for the fact that I think I briefly touched on it last week, and the not uploaded episode. But
Timestamp, August 27th.
bang.
Got it.
So Pride was this past weekend, and that was awesome. Did you go?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how was it?
We went on Sunday, which was brand new to the thing, like doing Sunday Fun Day actually at Promenade, because normally they do the family thing at Owens. This is the only first time everything was like
Right there,
Right
in
there.
one place.
And I mean, it was $2 to get in, and like, granted, a lot of the vendors were gone, but at the same time, apparently Pride was so fucking big this year. All the vendors sold out of everything before Saturday night.
Wow.
That's because everybody's starting to realize, hey, it's lucrative. I don't care if we support or not. It's lucrative. Let's do it.
The thing is, and
They're starting to realize that's where they're going to make a
and
lot
then
of money.
me and an associate of mine are next year. I'm gonna try to get to play it. Because we're like, we'll play hardcore death metal to the gay people. It's a totally untapped market, dude. Could you imagine gay heavy metal? Yes!
I approve.
I approve of this message. Come to Pride 2016,
15.
2015.
2000 question mark.
Question mark. Oh, so yeah.
Speaking of people playing festivals, there's the Latino American Festival. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow and Saturday.
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday? Well,
Today's
fuck.
Wednesday.
That's what
Man,
happens
you
when you work nights. That's what happens when you work
You
nights.
out of it.
So Friday and Saturday.
You even
And-
called me earlier, like, today is Wednesday. I'm like, yes, it is.
But I guess the 2 biggest name tickets, because it's also a hip hop festival in Perrysburg, the Latino
Okay.
Hip Hop Festival. On Saturday, the 2 biggest names on the ticket aren't going to be there.
Oh, wow.
And they knew this for months.
Wow.
And the promoter just said something like 2 days
Publicly,
ago.
like, they're not gonna
He's
be
like,
there.
yeah, he's just said something like 2 days ago.
That's crazy.
You know, he's probably been on the phone. Come on, guys, show up.
Please, please, plugs.
You want to know the real fucked up part?
What's up?
$30 a ticket at the door. You're showing up for pretty much the 2, the only reason why
Headliners,
you're
yeah.
showing up, the 2 headliners, and they're for $30 at the door, $20 in advance, they're not going to be there.
Alright, so I want to do something, because I kind of, introduced Cranker to the idea of it. And I think Aaron was here for an episode, but I got Bear here, so we can bring back some knowledge from the 2 fat guys days. And I'm going to do an interesting new take on it. Ready? We're going to do...
Oh, we're doing the box.
I was here, yeah, we did it last week.
Well, we touched on it.
We touched on it last week, yeah, because you had cat draw and
Yeah,
Cranker
so
draw.
we're gonna do the tangent version of this.
The tangent version of the
The
box.
tangent, we're gonna need to get new names and more names.
Or, how about team up?
Shut up, Cranker. Come on, man. Come on, man. You got the big one, so I forget who the big one is.
Why did I write these so small and cut them so big? Why did I do
Dude,
this?
like his piece of paper is tiny. His piece of paper is huge. There's ones that are just.
Look at this. That's how big it's written. That's how big it's written.
All right, so now we're gonna do this the interesting way. Ready? Odds or evens, Danny?
Odds.
Odds.
Evens.
Who do you want on your who do you want on your team? You're the only one to get it right.
Why not, Dave?
You want Aaron? So
The original
it'll be
fat
Cranker and Aaron. It'll be Gen 1 versus Gen 2. All right, so Cranker and Aaron, who's your team?
Bishop,
I can't read that.
comedian.
Bishop and the Comedian.
Bishop and the Comedian versus
Green Lantern.
Deadpool.
Oh, come
Sorry,
on.
guys.
We're dead.
Sorry,
We're
guys.
screwed. We're screwed.
What kind of matchup is that,
Let's
though?
put our heads behind our back and bow our heads. Get ready for the execution.
Deadpool and the Comedian.
That'd be
Bonds.
The back and forth during that fight.
Oh, that'd be
it'd be as good as Red Skull and Magneto.
Oh yeah.
But it would be
It'd be hilarious.
the other end of the
Hilarious.
spectrum of conversation.
Yeah.
Completely. You would have to get like, you would have to have someone like fucking 90s Jim Carrey versus fucking like early 90s Robin Williams to play these characters.
Yeah.
Dude, that's just to have this conversation. Like, that's who you'd have to get. Well,
Yeah.
R.I.P. I don't think we did. We didn't touch on it last week because of Cat, but R.I.P. To Robin Williams. I'm not gonna drill that into the ground because it's everywhere. But little news that I found out today. Apparently, the Emmys are doing this year's Emmys are in like salute to memoriam too. So that's cool.
There you go.
They actually also they're putting a character in World of Warcraft.
We talked
He's
about
a huge Warcraft player.
Zelda too.
Zelda's not confirmed.
I heard that
Nintendo came out with a release that basically said we deeply also feel for the loss and stuff like that.
I heard that they wanted to do, or that they wanted.
They're interested in it, but if it happens, it's not going to be the next Zelda game because the next Zelda game is like due out.
It's already done.
It's already done. They're just tweaking it to go and build a new character. Probably not going to happen. But the next Zelda game is pretty much what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
Because that Dynasty Warrior thing.
An NPC real quick. That's all I'm saying. That's some bullshit.
Who?
It wouldn't kill them if they're in post production. What the fuck's it gonna hurt?
Well, that's the game that's coming out though. I don't see an NPC work for the way they want to honor him. I don't see it working. It's that Dynasty Warrior style. Warriors of Hyrule. Yeah, Heroes of Hyrule.
That actually sounds pretty cool for a Zelda game.
It's actually pretty sweet. It's
You play as like Link.
You can play as Link. You can play as any of them.
Because to be honest, I never really. I'll be honest, I never really got into the Zelda games. I wasn't a huge fan of the format. You can fucking bash me with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask for as long as you want. I will never finish and play those games.
We talked about that, yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but
in a Dynasty Warrior setting,
that's
sounds
awesome.
awesome.
What it is. It's like you can play as Link, you can play as Zelda, you can play as Midna from Twilight Princess.
Here's the question: is it going to be as fast paced?
Well, the test footage they showed at E3 looks like it's going to be comparable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It may not be as like as button masher, but the way that I've seen the combat kind of work with like Zelda doing like spellcaster type things and Link being mainly a sword dude, it looks the way they showed it at E3 or whatever Gamescom or wherever I saw the footage from. It looks like it'll work because they're not gonna unlike in Dynasty Warriors the mindless robot drones that come get thrown at you. They're actually supposed to be kind of a threat when
kind of AI,
five or more get on you.
They have mechanics.
You'll have to start playing a little smarter. So yeah, it's gonna have some mechanics to it. Yeah.
I realized with their
that
lineup.
Sounds pretty cool.
With their lineup, they have Zelda in there twice. They have Zelda as herself, and they have Sheik from Ocarina of Time.
Well, they did the same.
Zelda was Sheik, so.
Well, they've done the same thing. They're doing the same thing in the new Super Smash Brothers. Zelda and Sheik are becoming two separate. They did it, I think, in Brawl.
Because they were always the same person.
Start as the other one.
Well, apparently with the new. Well, remember they're doing a new timeline. They're going to do a new story.
They're doing a whole other timeline. I just caught up on the last 3 timelines.
There's going to be a new story apparently. So
I just caught up on the last 3 timelines. Now they're doing it again.
Cranker. And I have to bring it up to you guys, because I was ranting about it, because me and Cranker did some extracurricular inhalation. And I was sitting there playing Army Men Sarge's War. You know how big of an Army Men head I am.
Yeah.
I love the first one. I've never played Sarge's War, but I love the first one.
Sarge's War was the failed reboot on GameCube.
Never played it, but I love the first one. The first one was great.
If you can because everyone knows what the GameCube could do. Look at Resident Evil. The GameCube could be beautiful. If you can swallow the graphics, it's an awesome game.
Graphics aren't, honestly,
what was
not
that
big
one
with me.
game that you and I, the Army Men game that
that actually spawned our friendship?
No,
because we used it on the bus.
And that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that you and I played. It was multiplayer.
That was Sarge's War. Whereas me and Billy versus you, or you and Billy versus someone. Billy was playing with us.
No, it was just me and you, and you were playing as like they melted down Sarge's squad, and then
Green Rogue.
That was a good game.
That was a pretty cool. It was just like this third-person arcade. You just always move forward and shot shit, and it was.
And you upgrade your gun based on certain upgrades that you pick up based on the color. And
yeah, it wasn't bad.
It was a really fun game just to sit down and play with a friend for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a great couch co-op.
So, speaking of games, they already know.
Wait a second. Before you tangent, I wanted to make this point. Because I don't remember if Craig will agree with me or not, but I think it's a really good idea. So the Army Men license is still out there. 2K Games owns it. Follow me on this journey with me. You own the Army Men license.
Okay.
You're wrapping up Borderlands.
Okay.
The story of Borderlands is done after the pre-sequel, or so they say. Take the Borderlands style gameplay.
I see where you're going with this.
Make it into an Army Men.
Oh, that'll be.
You already have the Bravo Company Commandos, and they all use a specialized weapon. There's your class system, right? Fucking. Tell me that would not be a badass co-op experience.
You could even use the same cell shading art style.
Yeah.
And it would still. People would probably bitch because they just call it a Borderlands reboot, but that would still be a really good game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And now how much the lore of Army Men's been expanded. It's like, oh, well, we want to do Act. So even if it's a one-shot game, dude, you can do Act 1, you're fighting against Plastro. Relive the storyline. You fight against Plastro. 2...
They already have the vehicle system there, too.
2, make it very hardcore vehicle-based, Act 2. And then take the Flyboys and make them into gearheads. Captain Blade, Woodstock, and everyone from the Air Attack series. Make them characters. For the vehicle part, you do a little.
That would actually be a pretty cool game.
Yeah, it would.
And then
That'd be badass.
3, you can have Blitz come in, who is the villain from Army Men RTS. You fight against Blitz, and then make it a 4-act game. In the last game, you have it go against Malice, and it's just straight up hardcore mode.
That'd be a pretty sweet game.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
You can cover that whole timeline really easily.
That'd be really cool.
And then make and then make the Green Rogue, who can use all the weapons, the unlock character.
That will be sweet.
No, fuck that. Make him gray, or brown, and make him the end boss.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Because the way that dude operates.
I thought it was an interesting idea, dude. Like, I would love to see that game. And I would love to see it. Plus, like, the one game I told Sam, would you not play this game?
I'd play it.
So, Def Jam, did you play it back in the day? You never played Def Jam?
Yes.
Def Jam, you played it back in the day.
No.
Was it not a great game?
Yeah.
The game was sweet. If you could swallow the hip-hop pill, which wasn't too bad because it was like 90s, early 2000s hip-hop, it's a great fucking game. Def Jam Icon, I have it, but it just went too realistic for me. Like it's straight up just like two dudes fighting. Versus, at least in the old ones, it was arcadey. Like, you built up your dude and like, I want to, like the second one was the best one in my book. You got to choose, there's 5 fighting styles, and you got to choose like 3 or 2 or 3 of them. Like Street Fighter was all punches and shit like that. Take that idea, get enough motherfuckers to sign off on it, and make the heavy metal version of that shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it would.
I don't think it would sell, though.
I don't think it would sell either. Well, no, Brutal Legend sold.
Brutal Legend didn't sell as much as it should have.
No, but at the same time,
Especially for...
Brutal Legend is one of those games that I've noticed in my social circles and people I talk to is having a reemergence. Because it came out, but it came out, and then it was like, oh, Jack Black. And then Kung Fu Panda comes out, and it's like, oh, what the fuck you, Jack Black.
Yeah, I've seen...
But then people are actually playing it now, and they're like, this game's actually pretty badass.
I had a friend who used to have Brutal Legend, so I played a little bit of it, just the beginning. And now every time I go into GameStop, I see that game, I'm like, I want to get it, but I...
Oh, dude,
I'm like,
how much would you have to pay for it?
I think it was below... It's one of those games that was like below the $5 mark. It was anything.
Dude, that game is worth $20
Well, like I said, I only played the beginning, and I wasn't that interested, but I keep seeing it, and I'm like... Maybe if I get farther, it'll be fun, but I'm not sure about the money.
It's one of those
games, you know what I mean?
You'll pay $20, and you'll play through it the first time. And then you'll you'll either get into the story or you'll take it back. If you get into that story, dude, I play that game. It's on my annual playlist. Final Fantasy VII, I play once a year. Brutal Legend, I play once a year. Batman Arkham series, I play once a year, just because the stories are that fucking good. I don't care. Like, I don't even 100% anymore. I just play it to fucking live the story again. Because it's that fucking good.
Oh, the Arkham series I do all the time.
Brutal Legends actually getting to be real popular on the, there's a like a bundle thing for PC games now where you can go to like Humble Bundle or Bundle Stars.
But
buy game bundles, and that's becoming a huge popular item.
And if it's one of those, you're like, I don't like because you either hear it's a third-person action game or it's an RTS game. It's both.
Well, I got a big.
You go. It's like kind of like a boss battle, third person, and then like the story event happens, and it's this huge, massive warfare, base versus base, essentially. But they're rock stages, and then you gotta, on the fly, you're doing third-person action, and then on the fly, you have to recruit your people to help get your back. Like you gotta bring out healers and shit like that.
Well, I'm not a huge third-person guy unless we're talking computer.
Yeah. I got a big check coming up here in the next 2 weeks.
Just buy it.
So
That's all I'm just
buy
gonna say. I'm just gonna say buy it.
Especially if it's less than $5. There's no excuse.
I finally entered the world of Borderlands.
Finally? Jesus, how long has it been?
Last time you were on the show, you two got on me about getting it. When we talked about all the video games and everything. You two...
bought it about a week ago, too, so...
2 weeks. 2 weeks
ago. He comes over to my house and I slap his ass on the couch and I'm like, you're playing Borderlands 2 with me. He's like, whatever. And then he's like, this is fun! And then we bought Borderlands 1. He's like,
why do you think you played the shit out of that game?
I got the Game of the Year edition from $12.
That is totally
for $12 at the one on the game or the used store by
buybacks,
replay I think it was.
Oh,
yeah, it's the one
Underground. That's still a thing, by the way.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was a replay. The one on Reynolds by
But I was like, no.
Why am I blanking on the Italian restaurant name?
It's by Olive Garden. It's
That
replay at Reynolds. Yes.
Replay.
Cranker. We're mentioning businesses here. Can you please?
I already did. So we ain't got no sponsors here.
Okay, cool.
What?
We've been name dropping businesses and companies a lot.
Yeah, we just do this for fun.
Toledo. Yeah.
Video Game Underground, because I know that for a while you were looking for good Sega games.
Yeah, I know it exists. It just hasn't been in there since they reopened.
Oh no, it's not that. I mean, they have. If you're looking for any old game ever, they probably have it.
Oh yeah, I've been into Video Game Underground once or twice, and yeah.
They got everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting my looser hat because it's warm. Anyways, so I know you need foods.
Eventually.
Wifey wants to get going here soon.
Then we're gonna lose him. So.
Boom.
Oh hey, look at that.
So there
Bam.
we go. So closing messages. You want to say anything? You're gonna come back next week.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah, I finally got my sleep schedule down.
Nice. Well,
Just,
dude,
have already quit my job.
there you go. And then mug for the camera and get the fuck out. Oh, yeah. Craig, you want to say goodbye to the peoples?
No, that's enough. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overwhelm them because of him.
Oh, thanks.
See you next week.
Just because they love me.